be the Maroon's contract with the Crown.
But if people want to bring up the treaty, anytime I'm in an argument and people bring up the treaty, I implore people to tell them, say, listen, you see that treaty there? Show me a new treaty where say you don't work for the Crown. Then you can talk about being sovereign. Then you can talk about anything else you want to come with. Because that treaty said that you're more of a slave than the 1962.
The other slaves.
That treaty is telling me that you are more of a slave than me.
The other slaves.
So if your treaty require you to bring back slaves to the British, your treaty require you to protect the British interests, go to war for them, pay them tax.
Not only that, you know. Good morning, not only that, not only that, you know. It was the British who crafted all of the treaties, all the wording. It was the British who crafted and asked Maroon to sign it. And it seems to me that they never understand one tooth about what to read and what to read for and look at the disadvantage that it presents to them and the advantage it presents to the craft of the treaty.
No, but remember, you know, when them point out a treaty, them are gonna tell us, say, oh, in the treaty, you say the land of it. No, in the treaty, it just says that you stay there, so.
Exactly. That's what we get from it, you know. And
that's the way it say. It doesn't say if the treaty was to say ownership, then you know when they were doing the declaration or what you call it, 1962, when they were giving us our independence. They would have had to put it in that declaration and describe how we should approach a state within a state, which is impossible.
Yeah. And therefore the question must rise, at what point did, and it is my understanding, you know, now that you have raised the whole question of Maroon, and people must understand, as time goes by, the whole issue of Maroon and what the treaty entails is going to come up, and those of us who are much brighter than our parents and their parents are going to raise even more serious questions about the purity and about the efficacy of the treaty and how it affects other people's life.
What the Maroons need to do, right? They need to come with something that shows us that they regret what they did to us. Because remember, you know, you can't then come and tell me about this treaty and I know so that treaty there is literally a war crime against my people, against your own people. So where is the apology from the Maroons? For what they did to us?
Yeah,
but then so-called freedom.
You know, the Maroon don't see themselves as...
Hold on, sir. Let me just say something. Let me just ask you. Are you may ask a question here? So, in Eka, may I try reason out where you say? In essence, where you said Jamaica becoming a republic, right? And Maroon sovereignty. It's like a two bull a lick head together. Then that's what you say.
No. The Maroons. The Maroon sovereignty is a null.
Let me just answer that. Let me just answer that, Tino. Yeah, man.
Okay,
what I am saying, if Jamaica become a republic, the Maroon will still be holding those space for the British.
So you understand? Really and truly, we wouldn't be a true republic then.
We would be a republic, but we would have space.
No.
Let me just explain. Come like the Vatican.
You're totally off, brother.
You see, like how the Pope have a city within that city.
Exactly,
no,
Vatican.
Brother.
Exactly. So what I was saying, the Maroons, through the British and the British backing, they will have a standing within our state.
No. I completely disagree. Because remember, you know.
Yeah, me too.
The Maroons do not have a border. They don't have no recognition from the UN, no recognition from no country, not even the British themselves. They have no recognition as being no farmer state. They all a Jamaican passport. They vote in our elections.
Exactly.
The fact that we recognize them as a cultural entity
is enough.
That is where it stops.
Yeah,
that's all it is. We recognize your cultural heritage. That's it. It's just a recognition of the Maroons and their contribution to society. But for them to claim a different type of sovereignty within Jamaica, that is a geopolitical policy.
Right. That's why you have a thing named adverse possession. Let me just explain. You have a thing named adverse possession.
Hold on the Tancor. This morning we had a professor, Pierre Rogers, and a couple more on Nationwide. So Pierre is saying sovereignty in Jamaica that necessarily can't work. So, but it's a cultural thing. So he's saying because everything the Maroon does is with the government, health centers, security, everything. So what kind of sovereignty that could be? So we're jumping the gun here. So it is about recognizing their cultural heritage, and that's where it stopped. That's where it stopped, really. There's nothing more, because nobody from the Maroon has a Maroon passport. No, they have a Jamaican passport. So it's simple. We can go round and come round, but as somebody said, I wait on the day also when the Maroon will come forward and apologizes to us as farmer slaves. And that's what they did to us.
But listen to me now, my brother. You're actually right, but listen to the pickle of it now. The Maroons are there, and they are saying they have been holding that piece of land, occupying it for the British. When Jamaicans say we want republic now and we're getting away the crown can support them to say, listen to me now, we have
no Tancor. That is not no well-known land for no crown. And we have to see the expert. There's no holding no land for no crown. Nothing like that. That can't happen. Nothing like that.
So you have an understanding of the treaty, what the treaty does, why they were on those pieces of land?
So it was explained, as I said this morning, and what my understanding, I would believe what I heard this morning. I'm not an expert here. I'm going with the expert, what the expert says. Don't take, as I said, I believe it's null and void of any state within a state. That cannot happen. That was definitely a no-no. So that is out of it. Everything the Maroon benefits from have to do with the government. So how can that make sense? Tell me, everything they do. They go out, go work, they benefit from the security, they benefit from the hospital, they benefit from every services the government support. So you tell me how that go. What is their claim to fame?
All right. Let me just use Taiwan. When Taiwan started out, it's the same issue. And as it is now, because Taiwan is a part of China, it's only the difference now. It just out on a piece, it out just in the water, the island.
It's separate. It's separate from mainland.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but if it can be acknowledged as the same, even if it depends on me and these set of people.
Can't. Because in America, does the Red Indian have a different passport from the Americans? Talk to me. Does what them call them Indian there? Does they have a different passport from American passport? No. So it can't work.
All right. Listen what I
No, they don't have a passport different from the American passport.
They don't. They have them tribal identity card.
Yes,
and their land is separate and apart from the land of America.
So it's a cultural thing. Well, I know John Gatti. I tell you about cave, Well, on John Gatti, man, because no cave can exist after so much earthquake in this place. Anyhow, what I'm saying to you is that it's a cultural identity, Tancor. That's all it is. That's all it is, Tancor. That's all it is.
Please give John a minute. John wants to say something for the longest while. Please.
Man, my chance to Papa. All right.
Go on, John
Gatti. No disrespect, but here I go now. You see how the Maroon thing structured. based off of my information as a Maroon or live in Maroon town right now.
John Gatti, you don't live in Maroon town, man. You don't live in Maroon town. So you don't live in Maroon town. Matty, you don't live in Maroon town, John Gatti. You live in America. So don't tell the people that say you live in Maroon town. You live in America, man. You live in America, man.
Where I go do?
Me say you live in America. You don't live in Maroon town.
How much you boot on it?
Come, talk, John Gatti. Talk. I know say you live in
Maroon town. I want to fool you.
Talk.
I know. Alright, I don't want place where I think of Maroon town and St. Elizabeth. Look a bit down from Magatti there. So I don't know if I them
Talk, John Gatti.
Hold on, bro. I'm talking, man. Alright. You see, this whole thing about sovereignty and documents and treaty, my belief and understanding upon this is that we are Tainas. You understand me? I said this whole Maroon.
So, hold on, John Gatti. You're not Maroon, you're Tainos.
You're not give me a chance.
You're not Tainos. You're not Tainos.
You're not chat the whole time, bro.
You're not Tainos.
You can land soldier. Hold on, soldier.
You're not Tainos, man.
How you, man?
You're not Tainos, man.
You can't chat to me anywhere, brother.
You're not Tainos, man. Oh, you're Tainos. Tainos what? You're not boy, you're Tainos, man. What Tainos?
Man?
You're not Tainos, man.
Control your pitbull, brother.
You can't talk that, yes, man. Go, you're Tainos. Don't come tell no like money life, man. What Tainos you?
You're done, so I'm teaching you.
You're not
What may I say to you, say? Bro? You see, back in history before the Spaniards came here, it was the Tainos that was here. Yes, they fought the Spaniards, and when the British was trying to invade when Spanish was here, the Tainos actually helped fight the British. You understand me? I say, with them fight the British with the Spaniards, even though them lose, we were awarded the spear. We not award because it was our land already. But you see, when you fight a superpower as people without the same type of weapons, it's easy to lose anything, land, everything. So I understand the position when the fight was going on and when we have to lose, we lost everything. We only got what we have here. So when people say no and them write up a treaty because alright, so now Jamaica get recognized and everything now, them are going to get independence. A treaty was written up and it's alright, these people actually, them know was here from existence. But that when Jamaica named Jamaica, not Jamaica, Jamaica. So whoever understands say it's only a paperwork that causing all of this back and forth. He said the paperwork or treaty wasn't signed.
Gatti, where can we find that history, Gatti? Where can we find that history?
Hold on, make him finish. Cause I have two questions when he finish.
Where can we find that information?
Roger, please make him finish and then we tell him what it is actually is.
Yeah, so
if they say I believe, but believe is not correct. So
everything.
Well, I'm going to run enough, so big up on yourself, my God.
Bless up. So when I say that the word Maroon is an action, is to be isolated. You understand? So when people use the word
where you get that from, Gatti? Where you get that meaning from? Where you get that meaning from, Gatti? You're lying, man.
Look at
man.
Man, I'm done. So get a dictionary and look at the meaning of Maroon. What the meaning of Maroon is to be Maroon.
We can't tell you what Maroon is, done.
To be marooned is to be isolated. Like anyone can be Maroon is an action.
Not to be maroon. Don't come here with your trickstry. Not to be maroon. We're talking about maroon the people. Not to be maroon. Like Kota.
That was where the name came from.
Chat foolish.
That is where the name came from.
No.
Yes,
no.
That is my understanding that when they went up into
Jesus Christ,
they were marooned into the hills, and
no, Bridget, that's not what it meant. That's not where the name came from. That's not where the name came from, Bridget.
All right.
That is not where the name came from, Bridget. I'm 100% sure.
All right, but that's what Cookman.
It's not.
So I don't know, but that is
hold on, me I tell you something. You see the Maroon.
We can just ask some question, forget the truth. Let me just ask the virgin some question.
Hold on, let me get the truth. But you see where me
Because I tell you now, as a youth, we do them thing at school. So, you see the Maroon them Maroon, all them get them name Maroon. You know. It's because them did Maroon the in one play in the place. You see me? I know because of them skin color or them race make them get the name Maroon. That me read. You see me? I don't know if I'm wrong, but that me learn at school. You see it?
Oh, okay. Sonny, let me contradict what you say right now. You remember I said the first Maroons were in the 15th century.
Yeah, but that's why them Maroon.
Okay. So no, well, that's what I'm saying. The first Maroons were not even near Jamaica. These were Hispaniola, Haiti. Maroon is just a terminology. It's like a white man call you a runaway white animal.
I saw them Maroon here. Them Maroon from whatsoever. They compound or nanny of the Maroons or Kojo them or Taki. I saw them get the name Maroon because them did run away Maroon themselves.
No, the word itself mean runaway wild animal. That's what the word mean. So
but
basically,
that's why the English call them Maroon because they were the runaway slave them, you know.
Yeah, runaway. But they're trying to say that it's because you are isolated.
Sonny, them come see where you have Sonny.
The come on.
All right, my brother. Let me put this one.
Me just Google it. Hold on, Sonny. Me just Google it. Hold on, Sonny. I me read from Google. Maroons are descendants of runaway slave. Anyhow, let's move on from that. The Maroon came from the word Cimarron. Listen to me. Maroon came from the word Cimarron, mean wild and tame. Wild and tame. That is what. That Google that right now. Me just listen to Sonny. Me no bother with the foolishness, you know. Me go check me do my research, you know. Go on Google right now and type in Maroon. Who is the Maroon? And see what you get. So just go there and find before you come here and debate and all kind of things.
Education is the reason why we are going through all of this education.
All right, let me just ask two questions now.
So John, what me ask is, where you know where we don't know? And that me want to know in a kayak.
You are going there. So me know what you know. We all are going to hold on to what we think is what we think is the truth.
I remember asking some questions.
What you know show you this? Hold on there, guys. Hold on. Guys, remember, the man come up here and him say him opinion of what Maroon is.
I'm showing the Maroon town all I got to. I'm just on my camera actually.
Yeah, you're showing. That not means everything that you're telling us is correct.
You know, it have to be true. You have to pick and choose where you choose to believe from what I say.
No, I know where you choose to believe it's fact. Right. That's why we have a rule book.
Make we get to the facts now. Make we get to the facts. Now, my brother, may I ask you this? Let me just ask you this, my brother. The Maroons were here before the British, right?
Yes, sir. And the Spanish.
Good. And the Spanish? No, they couldn't. No, man, they could. Just hold on now.
Hold on, I'm make a check back. I'm not calling myself a Maroon. Me a Taina. I'm going to be straight up.
All right.
There's no such thing as Taina here. There's no such thing as Taina here.
But hold on now.
That word was given.
There's no Tainas here.
Hold on.
The Tainas I could get from Brazil. They're from Brazil. They're actually from Brazil.
Listen up.
You left from Brazil and come here.
You know, catch me I said this.
Mr. String, how you get to add a pipe?
Puerto Ricans are Tainas. The Jamaicans originally are Tainas.
That done with anger.
Yeah, right. That's what we need the West Indies.
No, Tainos migrated and dead off. We not have none of them there in Jamaica.
No, but as a black people, you're quick to say that we died already. We understand, it's a self-identity you fight in your own self.
Okay, so you are telling yourself say it's a Taina unless you fly from Puerto Rico or your family ascendant from Puerto Rico and Brazil and come here?
You know, school system causes right now, we tell you the truth. Come understand what's going on. You're programmed to believe what you believe, and that's the reason why I can't say.
Sonny, me want to ask John Dutty about the slave, you know, a cave, you know, where run Garriety, you know. That want to ask John Dutty about it.
You are going, you know, you need to learn.
The cave.
Hold on, let me ask John Dutty, hold on, John Dutty. So, alright. Was the Tainos are the first set of settlers on Jamaica land?
where you see back into BC where you put it now, they say Tainos wasn't no Indian looking people. And a while ago,
you know see a BC to blow. Oh, you know see a BC.
Hold on, one at a time. We just
yeah, man, calm on, yeah. What is it, brother?
You cannot answer a question, yes or no.
We never said to you, my brother, originally, yes, we are the original people of this land.
Alright, you know, say you have the Amerindians was here before them, and you have the mayors.
I said to you, say, you see, based off how history is, brother, may I be real with you, we only can grab onto what we really grab onto as people.
No, but yeah, say, remember, say, hold on, me I show you a thing. Listen, me I show you now. Me do common entrance, me a 39. You see me? Listen what me I tell you now. You see me? Enough, I think them cut out certain things out of the school system. We are the last set of youth them learn certain things. And me I said to you, say, you know that there were the Amerindians and the mayors.
We were taught that in school, yes, we were taught that in school.
Alright, then what I make me wanna say? Me I tell you something, enough people are gonna make it look unpopular, but that's the truth. You still have the race them in Jamaica because you see St. Elizabeth people them, so them red looking people where you see the real red people them. I think them are the mayors.
Yeah, may I tell you the truth, Sonny, I'm reason with you about something. You have this this hill where this structure was sculpted into the mountain, like the face. And that face have nothing to do with anything looking like a white man or anything, my brother. So basically, if that face can be sculpted into the mountains itself, into the hills, it have to be something from deep history beyond all of us imagination. So we have to learn, we're not going to learn our way, but we have to try to teach ourselves. If you come here for yourself, Sonny, and you do some place and you look, you realize how deep the place is. It's a very important place, brother. You know, just what people think is very important.
So I make me say that, bro. Listen, I make me say that now.
Yeah.
Alright. The only reason make the Maroon them who claims to say as a race have that big talk with them claims to say them have in Jamaica is because the treaty where England give them, and the only reason make them get that treaty it wasn't because of them race, it's because them a traitor.
I know that the British them leave that for us to be divided now and say traitor about it. But as me see, it wasn't traitor. Maroons was accepting people was always about for the good, wasn't for the bad. So you see, how me hear history nowadays is more created for own black people to look down on ourselves.
So the English give them, or the English accept them, different from the other slave them because they were more for the good. And that's why they accept them, bro. Them sacrifice Taki and take over and start working for British them.
When the sweetest thing with Jamaicans though, when you really accept the English and forgive them and hands and glove them and praise to God them country. But yet still, I don't want to that Jamaican or the Maroon.
I accept the English in a brother, because that's why I'm not accept some PG in my bro.
No, but some people loves English because I told them do it now. It's like, no. Everybody talk about the slave master, we kill and rape the people.
One second.
Attack the one that open the door and you know safety. And the one that rape and a kill, no. Say a word flip and our life is, that's what life is.
One second. Everybody talk about this reparation, right? So we have this argument where the loudest voice in Jamaica right now asking for reparation, you'd say come out of the Maroon villages, right? All right. So what you are trying to explain to us is that the monarch gave the Maroons a treaty, and then they came back and
rob the people.
Okay, all right. So all right, let's just be factual. They gave them a treaty almost 300 years ago, and then they came.
Let me tell the chief them enough time. Fuck the paper about treaty. I'm telling them, my boy, Maroon land and Jamaican land, whole life.
Morning. I have wait, then come on, girl. Let me see.
That's the reason I don't know you about treaty. Sonny,
I have exam. Wait.
You know the white man stay better.
Hold on.
I have exam in 20 minutes, but listen to me. It's not that we accept the United Kingdom or anything. We want to go to their country. They ravished and they raped this country. So when the Windrush era came, Jamaicans saw a better opportunity and they went to England. We have rights to that country than everybody else because we were colonized by them. It is not that we love them. Is that people like us built that country brick by brick so they can enjoy the fruits of their ancestors' labors. It's not because we're hands and gloves up the white men. The white men will always be the white men, but one thing we can say that the Maroons were traitors, and that is the end and be all of the story.
The white man is rape and kill.
They help. They look like us. They help people that didn't look like us to capture us. They were the ones who stopped Paul Bogle from creating a revolution way before the Haitians in the Caribbean, and that is a fact. They thought they were special. They thought they were special, and they came on the transatlantic slave trade like everybody else. They came like everybody else, and they were enslaved like everybody else. And because they thought they were special, they teamed up with the white men to bring back slaves to the plantation. That is the truth of the fact. No, they are not special. They're not indigenous to Jamaica. They are not they're not indigenous and they don't own anything. They are African slaves just like us. They got their piece of the pie because they were traitors to their own, and that is just the truth.
I saw them get them this type of and I truth. We not discriminate against somebody, but the truth is just the truth.
Sonny, but listen to yourself, brother. Let me ask you a question, my brother. A man coming to your house, rape up your family, everything. And him when him left you know it is a year ago and when a family member calls it, even though you see the man do it, you know have all the forgiveness and ask why.
I said they aided and bedded in the capturing of African slaves. They were the one who killed some Nobody says they were the ones who caused slaves. Nobody will ever say that. They were the ones who were aiding and bedding in the capturing of African slaves back to the plantation. Nobody said nothing.
That's not what we learn in school. We all got it mixed up.
You can't tell me history, okay?
Hold on a minute now. Hold on, John. Got it. Alright, user, go ahead, please.
Yeah, man.
Who did I talk a while ago? Who said we got it mixed up?
It was me.
Right, go
because
ahead.
that's not what they teach us in the history class. It was a whole different race of people that came from Africa. The Maroons came straight out of Ghana. And Nanny was rebellious because she did not want to work under the British. And she formed her own